Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Back at it again with the old Wells Fargo building again. BMX bike obviously, because I'm not gonna be able to get the bike back, the fat tire back until Wednesday or Thursday. So that won't be back until a little later this week. I was seriously just about not being able to get out today because, that sounded stupid. There was just about an off chance that I wasn't going to get out today because it's fucking cold, it's windy. I was starting to get used to the 40, 50, 40 plus degree weather, 40, 45, 50 degrees. Which later this week I'll start warming back up again. It's going to be cold today and tomorrow for sure. Kind of sitting off to the side of the building this time because the wind is blowing from the north towards south, and I got this wall right here that's blocking the wind, so it's kind of helping me warm up a little bit here. I was thinking about going all the way down to fucking Pickle Park, Farland Park. But I was like, with the wind, and I get all the way down there and I start coming back, the wind's gonna give me a hard time because I'm on the BMX bike. So thinking about ordering stem bolts for this. I don't know. Do like an anodized green. Because I'm going to stay with the green and black theme on it. Although the crank arms and the fork is chrome. But whatever. I thought about switching the fork out, but and then just put the spacers I want in, and then eventually have the bike shop put a gyro on it. Because normally bikes are worth more, when they're all original. But you got to remember, today's market, with these style bikes, the new generation of BMX bikes are worth more, when you build them out and customize them, because, they get a little more value, so I could sell the bike for like $300, $350, if not $400 at most. With the aftermarket parts that are on it, to do the aftermarket pedals, the aftermarket tires, aftermarket bars, aftermarket grips, aftermarket pegs, aftermarket stem spacers, and the brake system and chain. Bike's all original, stem, frame, fork, crank, wheels, all that. The brake, for other than the parts that I listed off, the bars, grips, brakes, tires, pedals, chain, so the bike is 100% original except for the bars, grips, stem or headset spacers, chain, pedals, tires, and pegs. And valve stem caps. With those, you can just, because the bike came with the factory, the crappy plastic ones. And I think the hubs are sealed bottom bracket's obviously sealed, but I had to pop out or seals out so I can repack the bearings. So the seals must be, getting on the bearings must be getting on the older side, and for sure in the bottom bracket, because those are original to the bike. So the seals must be drying out a little bit. So then water gets in there. I'd spray them down with WD, stay like that for a couple days, and then squeak again. And then, so I was like, ooh, I could just, so I ripped it apart and I popped the seals out, and I was like, oh, I could pop these seals out, and then I went packed a full fucking the bearings full of axle bearing grease or wheel bearing grease and axle/wheel bearing, and then popped the seals back on and put everything back together, and it hasn't squeaked since, thank God. But anyway, guys, no, I'm not gonna end yet. Not quite yet. So yeah, if you ever see the bike again, if you recognize these grips, obviously the red ones that I had originally had on here. If you look back and recognize those grips too, those are the ones I had on the Hoffman, and then these grips I had on the green fat tire. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the video here, and there's a fucking mud wasp nest right there. Thank God it's not active right now. He's allergic to bees. It's right there. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna get out of here and ride a little while yet. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay out. So, because like I said, it's cold and windy, and the wind's making it worse. So, but anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.